Hey guys, welcome to Movement Monday for another week. Today we're going to go through a mobility exercise, and that mobility exercise will be the abdominal stretch. Okay, this is a great one to throw in again at the beginning of a workout or before you start your day. Really, it's just quite a nice, relaxing mobility drill. It's not too, too tough on the sort of the mind or the muscles. Really, you're not really going to have to, psych yourself up for it. It's just quite a nice one to do, but it's quite important as well. So basically, we've got a lot of core exercises and a lot of training that we do. Predominantly, when we think about training at core, a lot of people think about abdominals and they start doing loads of sit-ups, planks, and any form basically of sort of contraction of the abdominal muscles, which is on the front here. So sort of shortening the range of motion in the hip or in that range from there. So though they are great exercises for building the core and to getting your abs looking strong and fuller, obviously what happens is, like any other muscle, the more you work it, the tighter it becomes. Okay, you damage the muscle, you cause sort of adhesions on the muscle, and it needs mobility, it needs rolling, it needs all these other things. So all the stuff that you do on these other muscles, the abdominals need it as well. So this stretch really just will probably open a few opportunities from there. You'll probably see how tight you are in this area, so I'll show you sort of the regression, sort of how to build up this stretch to get that full mobility within that sort of area of the body. Okay, the good thing about this as well is it actually adds a nice little stretch for the lats and the shoulders as well. So actually it's kind of almost an entire core, sort of anterior core, the front of the body. It's sort of a whole sort of anterior sort of stretch out from there. Okay, so I'll pop you guys down and then I will go through the stretch with you. Okay, so I'll give you the side view because it's a little easier to see what I'm doing from there. Okay, so the idea of it is you want to be going onto all fours from there, and then basically what you want to try and do is then start reaching your hands up above the head. Okay, so you're sort of positioning yourself, so you're going to stretch out the bottom position. Okay, because what you're going to do then is you're going to stretch back, and as I say, you try and get as deep down into that stretch as you can. You want to really start feeling the lats sort of pulling in that bottom position. You might be feeling tightness in the chest. You might be feeling tightness in the front of the shoulder, in the anterior shoulder. Wherever you feel that tightness, then obviously that's just where you're tight. So this one's quite nice. You just rock back, get a nice stretch out in that bottom position, and then what you do is you bring the body through, press the upper body up, and then bring the hips to the floor, and then sit in that position there. Okay. So as you see from this position, it seems okay. If you're really good, you can get a little bit closer in and get a bit more of a stretch in that top position from there. If you're struggling, okay, then obviously just bring the hands out and just go a little lower. Okay, you still can get a decent stretch from there, but what you might find if you've never done this before is you might be very tight in the sort of abdominals and the hips, so it might not allow you to get into that position. So wherever you need to, just bring your arms out and get as high as you can, and just sit in that position and get used to it. And as you get a bit more used to it, you can then start bringing your hands closer towards the body to get a bit more upright in that top position. Okay. From a front view, just so you can see that from there, as I say, the hands are basically in line with the shoulder. You're reaching up above the sky, you're leaning back, you bring the body through, you press it up, hips to the floor, and then sitting in that position there. Okay. You want to sit in the stretch for probably, 5 to 10 seconds if you want, and you can do sort of 5 to 10 reps of that sort of motion of going back in the bottom position, coming through and pushing out in the top position. So as I said, it's just a nice movement, nothing too intrinsic, and in fact if you've done things like yoga or Pilates or anything, you've probably done that sort of movement before. Okay, it's just a nice gentle movement to go through from there. Obviously if there's any pains, then obviously stop the movement, don't continue with it. But if you're feeling just the sort of the pain in terms of like a stretching of muscle, then that's okay. That's what we want, that sort of a mobility sort of effect for the muscle, so you feel the tightness of the muscle rather than feeling sharp pains of that muscle. Okay, so that one is the abdominal stretch with a little cheeky shoulder and lat stretch in there as well. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Any stretches or any mobility movements that you are interested in me demonstrating or doing from here in the Movement Monday, just let me know. Send me a message, pop a comment at the bottom of this video, and take it from there, guys. Have a great Monday, have a great week, guys. I'll see you soon. Catch you later. Just be awesome.